Because I wish somebody that was holding would, you know, would talk to me.
Somebody that was holding. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Hold on. Take the beer now.
The subway, do not sit next to it, whatever you do. Say it again?
I said that's an NYPD temporary watchtower. They're watching over all of this. It's surveillance. Very obvious surveillance. Non-invasive, but very obvious surveillance. Yeah. Yeah. These people here have about as much freedom as that watchtower is going to allow them to have.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And they're just playing it really smart by not clearing out this park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know
This is
why?
the way
Because
it should be.
if they tried to clear out this park, there'd be 10 times the amount of people down here.
Yeah.
You probably saw 50 cops coming in. And they got cops totally around this tiny park.
It's good not to stir up a hornet's nest. You're smart, you don't, but these people aren't smart.
Well, I think they're acting pretty smart, actually.
Yeah,
I think this is going to last.
as long as they're being peaceful, it's setting something.
So what do you think it has said in the month that they're down here? What do you think it's actually said? Do you think any of these people up in these towers are?
Oh, the people in towers, they don't care. But you know, the bottom line is that it's like focused, even world media on the whole issue of the 1%ers.
Opening up people's eyes.
And it wasn't there
Eyes.
before they did this. These people are a catalyst.
Yeah.
They got the eyes on them. And
Well, the thing is, too, if the general sentiment was against this, the NYPD would be right in here and they'd stop this immediately. But the general sentiment across the country
is leave them alone.
is leave them alone.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's the same thing that happened in Cairo. And now Mubarak is going to face, jail time. He's not going to live, but he could face jail time. They let him do the same thing. And it all started in Tunisia. Really, this is sort of like an Arab Spring, an American Fall. It really is. I've heard that expression too, an American Fall. Actually bigger,
It's too bad that you could turn out 1 million people for a Halloween parade, but you can only turn out a couple of thousand here for the future of your country. But you'll go to a Halloween parade. It kind of shows the level of political involvement.
We went to the Halloween parade.
Yeah, and then we came here. So
This was sort of second act. This was second act. But we were going to come here this week. And you came here the other day.
Yeah.
So.
There's no proof of it. Except for the guy that's sitting up there.
In
He
that
has-
tower.
Yeah, he has all kinds
Right.
of pictures.
Oh, believe me, they're databasing everybody too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're probably
gonna have so
taking
much
your
information
DNA
they won't
swab
do
and you
it.
don't even know
No,
it.
it's all right. Kiki and I are coming in incognito. They won't tell we're part of a supporting group here.
But seriously, if you look at the people are all fringe people. I don't see anybody here in a three-piece suit. These are all fringe people.
They're all people that live
Live on
anyway.
the fringe, and they live on the street anyway. They just found a home.
Yeah, this is
Which is
friggin'
really
Taj
where they
Mahal
started
compared to under the bypass.
I wonder how many of these people are homeless people, and they got their hands on a tent. Now that looks homeless to me. That looks like somebody collecting cans.
Hey,
There's a foot sticking out of there.
Oh, it wiggles. It's real.
I didn't say anything.
he moved.
See out.
He wiggled it.
Go ahead, Kiki. Go give it a kick.
Sorry, man. Donate.
I heard that Zuccotti Park, Occupy, raised $300,000 a week before last in a couple of days. That they were able to bring in about $300,000 to basically keep Occupy Wall Street, this Occupy,
I'm sure they
to keep this going.
No, there's a lot of people want to support this.
I want to support
All the
this.
flower children that neglected and did
I think-
so little for us now.
Your older
It's time
people
they
want
set
to.
up to stand up and pay some money.
Do you
now.
believe this? Like Paul's group did anything at all.
No, we were the conservative backlash to the flower children.
Did you know that Paul's group of people dislike the flower children incredibly?
But he loves me.
Just like what?
Your generation dislikes the 60s, our generation.
But never knew what we
You're
did
such
for
a
you guys.
disappointment. I gotta say,
Never knew what
this
we
is
fought
such
for.
a disappointment.
We're a
You were gonna
disappointment?
change the world. All you did.
Was end a war.
We ended the war, but we changed a lot of things. Little
Yes, we
things.
did. We opened up sex more. You wouldn't have had near as much sex as you had.
Dress is no longer.
Women's rights in terms of being able to. Yeah.
There was a lot of changes.
Yeah. It was.
Such
There
a
was a lot more
disappointment.
And what did your group do?
Just such a
And what
disappointment.
is your 40-something, 50-something?
We opened up
stood
that.
up and said, "Don't follow the stoners, for God's sakes. They don't know where they're going."
Yeah. Like you guys knew where to go. Disco.
All
Hey.
nightclubs and disco.
Donna Summers.
We did.
Yeah,
we did disco.
You did disco.
We did.
Yeah, that was
We did.
so.
I hated that.
It
And
was
after
so
the disco closed,
meaningful.
we
It
went
was.
to the all nightclub
it
where
was-
you can bring your own booze.
It was so
Did
meaningful.
that every night.
Yeah, the 80s were such a meaningful
And it was
time.
snowing
The 80s.
every day.
The 80s gave rise to all of this, Paul. The 80s. Reagan, probably the guy you voted for, gave rise to all this.
Let me see, who was it? Jimmy Carter
Yeah.
or Reagan?
Tell me about Jimmy Carter.
He was sad.
Tell me.
Sad man. Nice guy.
Uh,
sad president.
Sad president, right. He said, put on your sweater and turn down the heat. And people didn't like that.
If we'd added a quarter a gallon gas tax in the 70s like we all said we were gonna, could you imagine how much of
He
that
would have
money
done that.
would have been wasted on corporates anyway? You think we would have gotten that done?
How do you know? You didn't do it. We didn't do anything.
What are you talking
We
about?
didn't do anything.
I didn't buy gas from Americans. I went to Canada.
We didn't do anything. I
But
think this is the most positive thing that I've seen in probably, I don't know, 15 years. Seriously. This is the most positive thing I have seen people do in the most in
Long-lasting.
15 years to kick back any of the bullshit that has been going on and that it continues to go on and that's been going on for 125 years. None of this is new.
No.